Okay, Wilwood brakes. I'm surprised more people don't use this setup here on Mustangs and Fox bodies in particular. It's a really good brake kit, and I have a little experience with other brake kits besides the Wilwood one. I've driven a car that had aerospace brakes on it, and for my liking, the Wilwoods stop much better. They're just, I don't know, overall a better brake, in my opinion. And for the price, they're about the same as, like Strange or, the Aerospace or some other ones. They're roughly the same price. So in a second here, I'll give you guys like the part numbers that I used for this brake kit here. It's got vented rotors, drilled and slotted. And it's got I believe that's like a forged caliper. Okay, it's not the machine style like like the Strange and the Aerospace. They're kind of like a machined CNC machine deal. These are more of like a forged brake, like you would see, almost like a factory style brake. So what you get with the kit is you get on the front. This is just the front. You get the hub itself, the machined aluminum hub here. You get that. You get the bearings that come inside. You get the calipers. You get the caliper brackets, and you get a set of brake pads, which is these brake pads are really cool. They come out the back. You just pull this pin, and these brakes slide right out the back. You can literally change your brakes in about 35 seconds. So yeah, you have to use on Fox bodies in particular. You have to use V8 spindles. Okay, it won't work on 4-cylinder spindles. So with this car here, this was a 4-cylinder, so I had to source a set of V8 spindles. I went on Facebook and just posted a message, and someone messaged me back, and I got them delivered in like 3 days. So, but anyway, yeah, you're gonna want the V8 spindles. So you end up having to you cut the bracket off, okay, that holds the original caliper on. There's a spot here and down below too. And then there's a dust shield on the spindle itself that you take off, and then you have to retap the 3 holes. I think it's 3 holes. And that's what you mount your caliper bracket to, the Wilwood one. So yeah, there's 2 different styles that Wilwood sells. They sell this is the street style kit, which has the vented rotor. They also sell a single disc. Okay, it's more of a drag race deal. I had it on my other car, and I don't really recommend it for street driving because they can get hot. So a lot of stopping, and that's I originally, this car was for the street, so I wanted that cooling of the slotted. Okay, so this brake kit. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with other brake kits, but I did drive a car with aerospace brakes and a manual brake kit. Okay, and it didn't feel good at all. But maybe it was just the setup. I don't know. But yeah, so I run a brake booster still. Okay, I still run a brake booster, and I have actually run this both ways. I've run it without a brake booster and with a brake booster, and they both ways works really well. Okay, when you do the manual conversion, you have to drill another hole in the brake pedal to change the pivot point. But I mean, it felt really good on the other car too. The stopping power, it was great. So don't be afraid to switch to manual. If you ever do get this kit, because it works great. So let me grab the paperwork, and I'll show you guys the part numbers. Okay, so here's the paperwork for the brake kits. This is the rear, and this is the front. Okay, there's the part number for the rear that I used, and there's the front. Okay, so there's the unique thing about this brake kit for the rear. I still have some things I want to go over on the front, but let's move to the rear really quick. So the unique thing about the rear kit is that it comes, this particular one, this part number comes with a drum brake on the inside that if you wanted to, you could hook up your emergency brake cable. okay? There's like a lever in the back that you would hook it to, and that way you can have your emergency brake still. So I removed all that. I ended up not using it because you have to make like a little bracket. I'm not sure if these are different on say a V8 car, but the bracket didn't actually hook to that that emergency brake cable. I would have had to make like a special fitting, and I just never got around to it. So I ended up removing all of the internals, all the brake shoes and everything out of it, okay? So I'm not actually using the emergency brake kit, but it's there if you need it. I could have gone with the other kit that didn't have that, which at this point I may switch it over, because when I start drag racing this car, if you know, not this car, I'm gonna be switching everything over to the black car, but I'm not gonna need these. These are kind of heavy, okay? The vented rotors, they're like twice the weight, okay? And when you the rotational weight, I forget exactly what the difference is, but rotational weight is worth a lot more per pound than static weight, meaning just, you know, weight that's on the car, okay? So removing rotational weight is much more effective at helping your ETs and whatever. So yeah, this front kit here, okay, coming back to the front, one thing you're going to want to keep in mind with the front kit is it's going to move your whole entire hub assembly out. I believe it says in here, but I believe it's like 1 inch, okay? I forget exactly what it is. Guess I should have looked that up before I made the video, but yeah, it moves it out about 1 inch. Okay, so what you're going to want to do if you're using like an aftermarket K member or whatever, I'm using the Team Z K member. So all you do is you just order it with 1 inch shorter A-arms, okay, and that'll bring you back into your stock location. So like I said, this moves it out 1 inch. But I have 1 inch shorter A-arms, which moves it back in 1 inch, okay? And that gets me back to the original location, okay? This is an 11 inch rotor, which fits really, really good behind a 15 inch wheel, okay? These are 15 inch wheels with a 2 3/4 backspace. Okay, so if you measure your backspace here, these are 2 3/4. So I do that. I like the wheel. I like the wheel to be tucked in a little bit. I don't like that look that you see sometimes when people get new wheels and they just throw them on, and it looks like it's sticking out. You know, it's all the way out to here, and to me, it's just kind of a weird look. But so yeah, that's like I said, 2 3/4 backspace wheel. And it clears that 11 inch rotor perfect, okay? So the rear is also, I believe, the same size, yeah. Yeah, they're both 11 inch diameter. So the rear also fits really well, okay? This is a 8 inch wheel with a 5.5 inch backspace, okay? Pretty much the standard in the Fox body world is the 8 inch wheel, 5.5 backspace, 10 inch wheel, 6.5 backspace, which will give you that nice tucked look. And we can look at the other side really quick to show you exactly what I mean by the wheel. You can see it on this side, the wheel's not sticking out, okay? It's nice and tucked in there, and then the back is also. The car is jacked up a little bit, so it kind of looks a little funny right now, but as you can see, you know, right here, the wheel doesn't stick out. To me, that's just one of those things where it looks weird when the wheel sticks out. So, yep, and I get no rubbing with the 8 inch wheels. These are Mickey Thompson Street SS series with their 255 6015s. Okay, so you can fit a 275, like I get a ton of questions, and a lot of people ask this on the Facebook forums, if you can put a 275 on an 8 inch wheel. Okay, yes you can. I'll show you a picture right now. I have a picture of my old car of a exact same size wheel, 8-inch, with a 275/60 on it. So you can see right there it fits. But you don't want to go any off of that a little any more than you know. As people ask, oh well, will a 5 3/4 backspace work? Will this work? You don't really want to try to go off of that unless you are shortening your rear end. Okay, in that case, you would get whatever wheel you want, and you would kind of mock it up in there, and then measure from your flange, from your mounting flange, to the other side, and then you would just build your rear end off of that. So, but this is stock stuff. So anyway, and you can also see with the wheel off, you can see my suspension setup. Those are 4-cylinder springs with 1 coil cut off. You can see the UPR anti-roll and the UPR uppers and lowers. Pretty much it. It's really standard stuff. This is not rocket science back here. It's really easy. Strange shocks, and I have them set fully loose right now. I may adjust that a little bit. I'm starting to make a little more power, so I may want to try to play with that and make it more of a 50-50 type deal. So, you know, but anyway, I'm not really having problems hooking right now. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over my brake kit because I do get a lot of questions on that when I show pictures of my car and stuff. People always asking, you know, what brake kit is that? What, you know, what brakes are those? What wheels do you have? What size wheels do you have? Oh, by the way, the fronts are 165/80/15s. Okay, this is a pretty good street tire. I've driven this all over the place. I've driven 2 hours on this tire, on this car, down to Bradenton and back, no problem, several times, maybe 5 or 6 times. So yeah, and this is what they look like. They're still like, they look brand new still. So yeah, those are good wheels. They're good tires. They're Nankangs. I forget exactly where I got those. I think I maybe got them off LMR. I can't remember. That was like 3 years ago. So anyway, yeah, that's my brake setup. Hopefully you guys learned something on, you know, making a choice on your brakes. I highly recommend them. This car stops like night and day compared to stock brakes. So hopefully that'll help you guys make a decision on what brake kit to go with. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. I just wanted to show that and give my little review on it, show you the part numbers. It's very easy to do. It's not a hard kit to install. Just a little bit of you know, cutting the old spindles, and it shows you exactly where to cut them. It shows you what to tap and what tap to use. It's very simple. It's not hard at all. You can do it in a day. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with some more stuff. Hopefully get this into the track, and yeah, see if we can make some more passes. All right, guys, check you all later.